I just want to make it very clear before we start this. I'm not in a recording studio or anything, so you're probably going to hear a couple of things in the background. I apologize for that. But something needs to be said. Something kind of important, I believe. And if you haven't been around on Twitter for the last 24 hours, this is probably not going to make much sense to you, but especially if you're not a voice actor or in that field or in that sort of realm, it's not going to make much sense. But for those that aren't aware, last night, Erica Lindbeck, a very, very prominent and highly respected voice actor, made it very clear that she does not like AI covers, which is this brand new thing that's come out that's very popular and admittedly is sometimes impressive, but that doesn't matter. That's not important right now. What's important is she set down a boundary and made it very clear that she does not want AI covers made with her voice profile, which is I don't know. I mean, me personally, as someone who also has a very clear interest in voice acting, I'm not a voice actor yet as in professional, just yet, but I am making steps towards that. But again, that's not the point. The point is, she set down a boundary where she said, don't do this. And what did tech bros do in their ultimate fucking wisdom? They decided to harass her. As said right here by Carlos Savant, great guy by the way. He's also an excellent voice actor. Give him a follow, give him support. He's not the only one who has mentioned this, of course, but him specifically, this one, his right here, spoke to me very much, which is why he is right here on screen. But anyway, as it says, hearing what the frick happened to Erica Lindbeck is more proof than ever that I will never in my life tolerate AI in my presence. Say no to AI in voice acting. Take a look at this. This was Erica Lindbeck's Twitter account. So, what happened is, tech bros decided it'd be a great idea to harass Erica off the platform. And it's not just Twitter, at least not that I'm aware of. I'm pretty sure also her Instagram and her Discord were also deleted. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a problem. I don't think I have to say why it is a problem, because if I do, then we have a very serious issue. Number one, these tech bro fuckwads decided it was a great idea to start harassing a prominent voice actor who has thousands upon thousands, no, I dare I say even millions of adoring fans. Because this all came up, here, let me find the thingy real quick. Okay, this came up because someone decided it was a good idea to make a cover of Futaba from Persona 5, who is voiced by Lindbeck, singing Welcome to the Internet. And, as this guy here states, Futaba voice actress Erica Lindbeck has deleted her Twitter account after running a harassment campaign. That is wrong. That is wrong. We'll get to that in a second, but over a dumb but harmless Futaba AI voice cover. That is also wrong. Let's make something very clear. This is not harmless, okay? Let's make this very clear. AI voice covers are not harmless. They may seem as harmless to somebody who is not in the voice acting sphere, but if you take a look at that from their perspective, this is stealing. This is literally someone stealing your voice profile. And right here, ignorance is not excuse. Yes, excuse me. Ignorance is not an excuse. It's not. Mike Pollock here, putting this in the spotlight. Yes. I eat puppies. They're delicious. I don't want to hear Eggman say that. But anyway, yes, this is... It's terrible. It's awful. This should not have ever happened in the first place. Here's the thing. Your voice is your property. I don't care what these tech bros believe, what these AI creators believe. Your voice is your property. It is part of you. It is your copyright, in a sense, if you are a voice actor or an actor. The things that you say in your voice, or the things that you use your voice for in commercials, cartoons, video games, audiobooks, all of that belongs to you. That is yours. People don't have the right to take your voice, shred it and rip it apart into thousands of pieces and put it into some sort of algorithm to make it sound like you. That's awful. That's disgusting. And I will admit, at one point in time, I thought, yes, this is cool. But then I thought about it for a minute. Wait a minute, what if that was my voice? What if that was me? What if that was my voice being taken to say abhorrent things? If you look at some of the things that go on in Team Fortress 2 AI videos, which are completely out of character, at least most of the time, for the characters, and completely out of character for the actual voice actors to say as those characters, it's disgusting. It's awful. It's just unacceptable. And the fact that this is going on with voice actors where they're making a stand against these basement-dwelling neckbeards and then getting harassed to the point where they literally cannot show their face on the internet anymore. Can we all agree that this is a problem? Putting something as public does not automatically mean that everyone else has the right to use it. This is just unacceptable. And there are plenty of examples of people talking about this. Other voice actors have stood up alongside Linda, as have myself. It's just disgusting. I take this personally. I take this as a very clear example of this very clear statement by these people that this is now a war against voice actors. And as someone who is getting into voice acting myself as a career option, this scares me, you know? It really worries me, because what happens when AI gets better? And you know it will. It's gotten the leaps and bounds that AI has made over only 2 years since it's really spiked up in popularity. It's very impressive. I will not disagree with that. It's impressive, but it is also dangerous. Because what happens when we get to the point where you can't differentiate between me speaking right now and an AI speaking? What happens when they say some really abhorrent transphobic or homophobic shit that you would never hear come out of my mouth? And my employer takes a look at that or hears it and sees it, and they're like, oh, well, that it sounds like he said that, so he must have said that. Well, now he's fired. Doesn't that, if you were in a voice actor's position, wouldn't that scare you too? And all I have to say to the people in the freaking techno bros in their infinite wisdom who decided it was a good idea to not only harass her, but then continue doing this after she made it very clear and set that boundary. Do you know how sad your life has to be in order to do some fucked up shit like that? You know how terrible that is? That is just abhorrent. That's essentially kicking someone while they're down. That's curb stomping somebody after you already kicked them in the balls. It's just adding insult to injury where it wasn't needed. I hope you're all freaking happy, you jackasses. Because even though she's never going to stop voice acting, or at least I hope to God she won't, because she, of all people, deserves to have a brilliant, amazing career. She's earned that. Just as everyone else in the voice acting industry who's made it big. They deserve that. What they don't deserve is the harassment and the use of their voice without their permission. And to the people who are agreeing with me and other voice actors, there's one thing that you can do, one thing that we all can do. If you see AI covers, report them. Report them. Call them or report them as illegal, because, for the most part, unless a voice actor has given you explicit permission to do that, it's illegal. Or at least it very well should be. I don't know if it's technically illegal, but in my personal opinion, it should be. And so, that's what I say. And if they really want to argue it, let them put their money where their mouth is. If they will really fight against it that hard, then put it in a context where they realize they fucked up. If it's really worth it to them to keep that AI cover-up when it's going to probably put them in jail or fined, then, well, if they're going to fight that hard, may as well see it through. Say no to AI, people. Say no to AI.